Why aren't people coming to author websites? When was the last time you went to an author's page? What led you to that page? If you have an author website, why aren't people coming to it? People generally don't act for you. People generally act for themselves. So then the question becomes, how do I have something on my website that contributes to other people? How can I create a space that would actually encourage people to come? And that's one of the reasons why we really started Diverses, because Diverses is like, instead of viewing my work as my work, how do we create, a poetry platform that benefits other people? The hardest part isn't even necessarily getting people to visit your site. I think the hardest part in a lot of ways is actually getting people to come back, and this is where a lot of people start their newsletters and things like that. But a common question I've seen just on different social media thing is, people are like, okay, I want to start a newsletter, but what do I put in my newsletter? So people they're not even sure of what sort of benefit they can give to people. A question I asked earlier is, how necessary is it to have an author website in 2024? I don't think you necessarily need to have one. I think if you pick a single platform and really build it, that can be plenty. You do run the risk that, again, if you, for whatever reason, a platform decides not to push you anymore, kicks you off, or removes your content, obviously not a good thing to be. But I think at least getting started, if you don't have an author website right now, it might be good, for instance, picking a social media platform and creating a new professional account. And I definitely would recommend a separate one, not just your present account and then just doing that. No, I would try to create a separate one and start to build that. Just like we have one poet, what they're doing right now, they want to create a workshop around poetry and mental health. So kind of using poetry as a tool. And so what they're doing right now is they're in the research phase. Their goal is to every day read 2 or 3 research articles about writing and mental health. And as they do that, they're taking notes. And then what they're going to do with those notes is they're going to create a new social media profile, and they're going to create posts with those notes. So if every research article they take 5 to 10 notes on, then hey, that could be, an Instagram carousel, or that could be, separate posts, or that could be turned into a reel or a video or something, so that way you're giving to your community.